colourful cast for the Transfer Rater today. Paul is here to take us through these latest rumours, doing the rounds involving Manchester United, as always it appears, this time with an addition to the goalkeeping ranks, instead of talking about David De Gea, but we have to talk about him with Gigi Donnarumma linked as his possible replacement.
That's right. Well, purely and simply because De Gea is refusing to sign a new contract, so next year he's a free transfer. Do Manchester United want to get in that situation, or will they accept, a reasonable amount of money for him? Look, I'm sure that they would love to keep De Gea, but if you're looking at Donnarumma, came onto the scene as this 16-year-old kid, man mountain. He's 20 years of age now. He's still got a lot of growth, but still, he's going to be a top goalkeeper. Now, to Manchester United, what do? Do they take some money for De Gea and get Donnarumma in? So for 10, 12, 15 years, he can be the number one at Manchester United. And for the type of money that we're talking about, like maybe 50 million, that's not such a bad investment. He has made a few mistakes, yes. He's 20 years of age. So let's cut him a little bit of slack. I think this would be a good business for Manchester United. I like it.
It's a big fee for a younger player, but you're saying he's already done enough to prove himself. And he could take the number one spot if they get rid of him this year.
And he can still develop. He's still got a lot of development in him.
Okay. Miralem Pjanic only signed a new deal last year, coming to the end of his 20s now. There's talk of a possible swap between Juventus and PSG involving Marquinhos. Of course, Juventus need a centre-back, but would he be a good fit for PSG?
I'm not too sure about that. Number one, why would PSG get rid of Marquinhos? They're struggling for central defenders anyhow. I know he can play in front in the holding role a little bit, but I want to stick hold of Marquinhos. I really would. Pjanic, every time I see Pjanic, sometimes he has a great game and sometimes he goes missing. You don't really see. I just don't, to me, this is not happening.
Right.
Not for me.
Okay. Kieran Trippier filling a right-back slot at Atletico Madrid. Of course, they've got problems at right-back. They're interested in the 28-year-old Spurs bomber.
If I'm Pochettino, I don't want to get rid of this player. I think he's been a fantastic signing for them. Would they want to cash in? No, I don't think so, because where are you going to get another one from? Aurier came in, but he's not really, pulled up too many trees. So I think with Trippier, you know exactly what you're going to get week in, week out. He's a fantastic player for Tottenham. And Pochettino's got to be looking at the chairman and saying, well, if you want me to sell him, what are you going to give me to get back in? So I think that's false economy. For me, he is a miss.
All right. Romelu Lukaku to Inter Milan. Now, this is an interesting one because Antonio Conte is heading to Milan, we believe, to take over the Inter job. He was a fan of getting him back to Chelsea when he actually chose United a couple of summers ago. Is it going to happen?
I think it is, actually. I think with all the interest that Conte showed him in previous football clubs at Chelsea. Look, do I think Lukaku is the answer? In Serie A, he might be the answer. In the Premier League, he's not the answer. He doesn't score enough goals. Solskjaer and various coaches had him drift out to the right. And look, he's a centre-forward, in my view. He made it okay. I say for the lad himself, to be happy, I say yes. Okay,
there was talk of him going to Juventus as well, so either one, you think Italy suits him?
I think so. I don't think the Prem suits him, to be honest.
All right. Jadon Sancho to stay at Dortmund. It's less than a year, actually only a few months since he signed an extension. Of course, it was a standout success of last year across European football.
I've been saying, ever since he blasted onto the scene, everybody started to talk about him, I've said constantly, stay at Dortmund. Stay there for a year or two, learn your trade, hone your skills, become the player that we all want him to become. He's in a nice comfort zone there. He's got some great coaches around him. I say, stay where you are, mate. And then you get your move. All
right, so he is actually staying at Dortmund. We've got Trippier not going to Atletico Madrid, Pjanic not going to PSG. But as for Manchester United, it's busy days.